Hello, beautiful people. My name is Stephen Harris, your favorite real estate broker in the whole entire world. And is the Pflugerville market recession proof? Let's dive into the numbers and find out. All right, so just based on some kind of marketing that I've seen and some posts from some other agents, I've seen people like calling the Austin area recession proof. With Pflugerville being heavily dependent on what's happening in the Austin market, is Pflugerville recession proof? I'm going to say no. I think Pflugerville is actually a market that is at large risk for feeling a recession. Should we roll into a deep recession that sees a lot of job loss, I see Pflugerville as being a really, really vulnerable market for that. There's the median income is close to 100K if I'm not mistaken. A lot of good jobs out here, but once those jobs start getting cut, then that could mean like not good things at all for this market. And it's kind of crazy to see how far we've gone. So I think I want to start with the median list price right now. And as you can see, like we're inching our way back into we're in a neutral market and we're inching our way into a buyer's market. Luckily, the speed at which we're headed there has decelerated drastically. That's the good thing. So median list price week over week, just a fraction down, but for the entire year, we've only seen about 5% growth in values. So, you know, that ticked up really high right before right before the interest rates kind of knocked all the buyers out of the market. And what we know is this area is a huge area for investors. So we're still seeing home buyers in the market, and there are actually some bargains happening as I scroll through the MLS, but our investors kind of dropped out. So you're not seeing as many people hopping in to get Airbnbs and rental properties as we were seeing a while ago. And also builder inventory, that went up like crazy. So there's a lot of options right now. So home values kind of stayed steady. What I thought was the really interesting thing is like by the end of the year, we may actually see like a flat home value, if not a total decrease. But since January 2021, the median list price has increased by about 60%, which is wild. So if you're in the year and you don't see any more equity gains, I wouldn't be super upset about it because you saw a 60% gain since 2021, which is amazing because real estate usually moves in increments of like 4 and 5%. Right now we're at that 5%. Due to seasonality and just depending on how much more building happens with the builders, so how much more inventory they pull up, we could see values actually flatline for this year. And they say that's kind of what we're setting up for next year as well. You know, what goes up must come down. I want to go to the median days on market real quick. So still going up. And due to seasonality and things slowing up, so people are moving a little bit less because job stability, they kind of know where they're going to be. And with the recession looming, people aren't changing jobs as quickly. These days on market could go up to reach these pre-pandemic levels. So I would keep an eye on that. And another thing is, you know, right now we're around that 35-day mark. So if you aren't priced super aggressively and you have the time to sit and wait, then wait it out. We were in a market where your house might sit for an average of 84 days. So keep that in mind. If you're sitting for a month, and as long as you're getting a little bit of traffic and things are still moving, it might not be time to adjust that price. You might just be waiting on the right buyer and for, you know, market action to kind of pick up in your favor. So I can see the days on market That's kind of a sharp increase. That's probably going to go up for the rest of the year. Not sure if it hits this level or not, but we'll see. The way we kind of determine buyer demand is to look at the days on market and the price decreases. And we're still sitting at that 55% mark, which is absolutely bananas. I'm going to kind of blow that up for us a little bit, but we can see a little bit of a curve. So I think sellers are starting to kind of get it in their mind that they have to price competitively and aggressively if you want to move fast. But the other thing is going to be the realtors educating them. So making sure that whoever your listing agent is has their pulse on the market, their hand on the pulse of the market, and they know the rate at which things are moving, and they give you that information before you actually put it on the market so you can know what to expect. I know it's probably hard as a seller to see that, just a few months ago you could have listed for 600K, but now it's best for you to list at 550, so that's got to be a hard pill to swallow, but we will start to see the mentality shift as time moves along. As I cruise through the MLS, I was noticing that some houses are still selling over the asking price, but majority of the houses have either seen a price decrease or they are selling a little bit lower than list or at list. So, if you listed at 600 and you drop down to 550, then you're probably going to get that 550. The other thing I'm seeing is people are decreasing prices like by 20 and 30K. There's not these small $5,000 and $10,000 dips, which I think is smart. If you are really trying to offload the property and you've already gained 60% equity, then go ahead, drop that price down, take your winnings and kind of move on. I think the Pflugerville market is an amazing market just for the plans that they have for growth in the future. So if you're a buyer coming into this market, I think right now it's still a really good time to buy here up until the end of the year and maybe even moving into the spring of next year. I think there are going to be plenty of deals to be found, plenty of price decreases, and builders still have a good amount of inventory. Sellers, what does that mean for you? It's back to the same thing I've been saying. You have to price competitively and aggressively depending on the speed at which you want to move. If you are not trying to move very fast, then price it smart, but you don't have to price it super aggressive. And even with that, the property could sit, depending on the community that it's in, depending on the age of the property. Like, you could still sit even if you are priced at a reasonable price. I would say don't panic. The bottom has not dropped out of the market yet, but growth is not in the foreseeable future. So don't pile on to the last highest sold. You're going to want to look at what is like actively under contract right now and try to price in comparison to that, because that's going to be a realistic view of where you sit in the market. If you need some help navigating the market, wondering where your position in this current market is, I'm more than happy to do a price evaluation for you. Gonna put my calendar link down below. And if you have any questions, want to do a one-on-one, might be thinking about coming into the area or leaving the area, then just let me know. It's also a really good time for people that are looking to upgrade a bit. So you still can get that 50-55% equity that you gained in your property, sell that off, take it and get another property at a really good rate. So keep that in mind. This is a really good market for move up sellers, because earlier in the year you couldn't find a place to go, but now if you sell, I'm sure we could find you a place to go, and it'll probably be really nice at a good affordable price. Might even get some closing costs paid. So keep that in mind. If there's anything else that you need, don't hesitate to reach out, like, subscribe, do all those good things. I'm going to keep coming back weekly and giving you the what's what with this Pflugerville market. And yeah, I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me here today, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.